In this video, we're going to talk about Ricky Pearsall. Here he is to the top of the screen. He is the #2 wide receiver. So for the second time this season, Pearsall just went over 100 yards. What I want to focus on is how he's winning, right? He's winning down the field, and that's just not easy to do. Very rare for wide receivers in the NFL to win as consistently as Pearsall is down the field. So here he is. He's running a corner route. As you can see, like, he has easy separation, and that should be a completion. If you look at the line of scrimmage, the right tackle misses a block, so the quarterback gets hit, and that's why the throw is errant. But he runs as fast as he plays, and I don't think a lot of wide receivers can say that. So right here, he just gives the cornerback who's playing like a soft off technique coverage, gives him a little head fake right there. So instantly, I mean, you can call illegal contact right here, but he's already won, right? He is 2 full steps ahead of him. And then right here, he gives the DB a little head fake like he's running to the post. He's not. Another head fake, and that just creates another step of separation. But again, like, this is how he's winning. Like, it looks easy. Air yards per target. So one of the things that the 49ers have struggled with is just consistently throwing the ball down the field to their wide receivers. So through 3 games, Pearsall has the 4th highest air yards per target in the NFL. He's also one of only 3-4 other wide receivers, I believe, who have caught over 66% of their targets. So think about that. He's not only winning down the field, but he's catching those targets. We'll get to those, the 4th and 2 one later on. But, I mean, the 49ers, they have to love the return on their investment that they're getting from their first rounder from a year ago. All right, here's Pearsall's next target. And we're not going to go through all 11, but I want to show the important ones, right? The ones that really make a difference. Here he is to the bottom of the screen. He's going to run a deep in-breaking route. So generally speaking, when you're running an in-breaking route, you want to take an inside release. So he doesn't here. He takes the hard path. He takes sometimes it's the path of least resistance just because there's so many bodies inside. But you have to be very fast to be able to win an inside route by taking an outside release. And as you can see, he does right here. You can just see his acceleration at the top of the route. So sells right here like he's going outside again. So again, like, let me just let it play. Like, he's selling like he's going outside. Then he breaks. So right here, that's where the acceleration comes into play. Just watch him run away from the coverage there. And on these long developing routes, you need your pass protection to hold up. So there's only 2 wide receivers in the pass pattern. Line does its job. But, I mean, Pearsall, I wanted to show this because this is just speed, right? He wins with pure athleticism. Does a nice job of coming back to the ball, but 18-yard gain. Here's the value of speed. Like, here's what Pearsall's speed means to the offense and how it plays. So let's watch Mac Jones right here. Let's watch his timing. So he's going to take the snap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And, like, back foot hits, and he's ready to throw. All right? Like, he's ready to release the ball. Why is that? Well, because wide receiver, Ricky Pearsall, like, he can get up to the next level, and he's already into his route. So, from the snap, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. Like, ball's out before I can finish 3 Mississippi because, look, like, he's already 15 yards plus down the field and open, just running freely. On the play before this, he was wide open, right over the ball in front of Mac Jones's vision, I should say, and he didn't throw it to him. So they come back on 3rd and 10 in the 2-minute drill, the very next play. We're going to run a similar concept. How is Pearsall so open? Well, they're going to have Christian McCaffrey, so the gravity is back. He's going to hold the underneath defender. Backside is taken care of. Front side is occupied. And that just leaves Pearsall on a safety. And that's going to be easy pitch and catch all year. I think something else that's made Pearsall's start to the season so impressive is just that he's effectively been the only wide receiver that they've had healthy for 3 games. So on the field right now, it is coming in motion right now. Marquez Valdes-Scantling signed off the street. Sky Moore traded just like recently, right? So players who really haven't been targeted involved in the offense. And then there's Pearsall here in the slot. So letting it play here. It's a Yankee concept. So what we're going to see here, let me go back to the start. They're going to see Sky Moore run a big post all the way across the field, and we're going to see Pearsall. He's going to widen his release, but he's going to end up breaking inside. It's a concept to attack a single high safety. As you can see how this plays out, the Cardinals are going to have 2 players to the bottom of the screen with eyes on Pearsall, right? So defender, defender. Like there's no real reason that he should be open, but because there's extra eyeballs on him, I assume Shanahan knows that. That's where the big post from Sky Moore comes into play. I'll rewind it a little bit, but the safety to the bottom, he's going to react to Sky Moore, and that's just enough to hold him off and prevent him from coming down on this throw. Mac Jones understands that. You can see how quickly he gets the ball out. I thought Mac Jones played really well. I thought he played much better than he did last week. Even though he did have an interception, I thought he looked like he knew what was happening, like what the defense was doing to him. It was a really good performance by Mac Jones. So, all right, back to the play. And as always, Shanahan has like underneath routes to occupy these defenders. That way they can't get back into these throwing lanes. So like the scheme, as always, is about as good as it gets. And as you can see, Pearsall, he does a good job there of kind of, it looked like he was going to round off his route. So right when he breaks, looks like he's going to take this path, but he levels off. That way this player can't undercut the route and make a play on the ball. So, I mean, it's a scheme that gets Pearsall open, but it's a good job by him as well to come back to the ball. And these are 18-yard plays. Like this has not been a part of the 49ers offense. It certainly wasn't last year. It was when Brandon Ayuk was healthy, but he's not playing right now. So being able to manufacture offense with effectively only 1 receiver, very impressive. 4th and 2. Game's effectively on the line, right? Because if you don't convert here, you give the Cardinals a short field, likely leads to points. So beginning of the 4th quarter, 4th and 2, Kyle Shanahan called out the play, trips right, which just means 3 wide receivers to the right, 3 jet, which is pass protection, which means this half of the line is going to slide. Odd is to the right, so to the right. Florida. Florida, in most instances, is a 5-step out route. Florida, 5, out, O is the O in Florida. 5 steps to the out. And if we talk about the rest of the play, so Florida is really a stick concept. So this tight end, he's going to run up about 15 to 18 yards, depending. His target is his landmark is the hash. So here's the near hash. So he's going to end up splitting them based on where the ball is, and he's going to work out. And then you have the bottom of the screen is the alert route. That means he's just running a go ball. Mac Jones, he's going to see this. All right, so Mac Jones is going to read the defense, right? Based on what he likes, he's going to make a throw. Kendrick Bourne's hot. That means the ball, if he gets a blitz, it's coming out hot. The alert is based on the coverage. So if Mac Jones likes what he sees, no safety, that's when he throws the alert. That's when he goes up top. I love that, right? This is what, like Brock Purdy would be proud of this decision, this throw. So let me let the play a few times and let you know just how successful Ricky Pearsall has been on plays like this season. So I showed a few plays so far where he's just eating, right? He's always open down the field. So far this season, Pearsall has 264 receiving yards on these downfield targets. So downfield targets is basically any air yard throw beyond 10 yards. 264 yards. Next Gen Stats has this advanced stat called receiving yards over expectation. So that is advanced, as I mentioned. Pearsall leads the league in that category as well. He's plus 93 in receiving yards over expectation. That is 24 yards higher than the next wide receiver on the list. Like, he is open often, and he's winning often. And this play is no different. So Mac Jones lets it fly, right? He gets the alert, or he sees the alert. He sees, I'm not going to have any safety help. So it's just my guy versus your guy. And my guy is a first rounder. Your guy is a backup. So the Cardinals are banged up. And on this play, if we're even, we're leaving. So Pearsall wins right away. So he gives him a little jump, a little hesitation. And then that's where 4-4-1, that's where that explosiveness comes into play. Now it's just a foot race. And usually, based on how this year has gone, he's going to win a lot of those foot races. And if we watch Mac Jones now, when he makes the decision, so he's looking out. Okay, maybe I can make this throw, but I don't want to risk that. Maybe he comes downhill. I think he does, actually. I think he's able to undercut the route. Yeah, that would be a tough play. So who are you going to trust more in this spot? I understand, right, we're talking about a low percentage throw. outside the numbers, 40 yards down the field, or 5-yard out route. Based on how things have gone this season, like, I'm willing to lose with Pearsall, and that's what Mac Jones did here, which is what makes his decision correct. Like, it looks better in hindsight because Pearsall came up with a play. But again, you go down swinging with your best players, and that's what Mac Jones did here, like an absolute dot. You want to miss toward the outside, and he does exactly that. Really strong decision. Good route by Pearsall. Another good job by Pearsall, and some receivers do this where, like, he could, like, you see him take the outside release here. By the way, on this play, it is a must outside release. That way he turns his back and he has an opportunity to win, but he does a good job of not fading too much to the sideline. So he gives an area for Mac Jones to miss. So I really appreciate it. All right, we're going to watch it from the end zone angle. That way we can kind of see the room that Mac Jones had for air on this throw. See where the ball. So look at all this space right here, and that is perfection. Like, ideally, like, if you want to talk about perfect, the ball is outside shoulder, so he's looking to his outside arm, but he hasn't beat, so it doesn't matter. That is open in the NFL. Puts the ball right on him. Pearsall hangs on, and I mean, there's not much you can say about that. So he has come through every time for them, it seems like. To have a 66.7, so catching 2/3 of your passes when you're throwing the ball down the field as much as they are. I remember I said air yards per target, he's 4th in the NFL. So they're consistently targeting him down the field, and he's consistently winning. So, yeah, Pearsall, it would be tough for him to play any better. The fact that he is producing without Brandon Ayuk, without Demarcus Robinson, without Juwan Jennings in this game, I mean, it tells you how special he's been this season.